It's raining and the roof is leaking. Let's make pixel art. Hello everyone, I'm Emma, and today I think we should try out some pixel art. Pixel art is something I've never really tried very much. I did it recently because I was playing the game Stardew Valley, which is obviously in the pixel art style. So I made a little portrait of my character. I'll put it up on the screen here. Emma, remember to do that in the future. I'm telling you right now, if you forget to do it, you cannot eat any food for the rest of your life. So I haven't really researched how to do pixel art, so maybe this will kind of be a series where first I just kind of try to do it, and then maybe we'll research it, look at some other people's pixel art, and then we'll come back and try again. That could be fun, right? So let's just do something. I was thinking I would like to draw a person, because people are the main subjects that I draw. If you weren't able to tell from my old art video, from my designing characters video, I went with mainly humanoid characters for the majority of my art career. Not that I really have a career. I am standing in a shed with a leaking roof, making YouTube videos, just so I can say I'm doing work. So what kind of person should we draw? Let's hop on over to the most elite, pristine, expensive pixel art program that exists in the digital world today. Microsoft Paint. Isn't she beautiful? You might ask, why expensive? Well, it does cost your artistic integrity a little bit. But no, seriously, some really talented pixel artists do just use Microsoft Paint, from what I've seen. So instead of trying with a different program, why not do something that I'm really familiar with? I've been using Microsoft Paint since I was a wee small lass. I've used it in 2 different versions. I think it used to look different back on like Windows 7, Windows XP, something like that. I think it looked a little different. The layout was a little different up here. So, you know, me and Microsoft Paint, we've been friends for a long time. So let's come on in to the world of pixel art. Number 1 rule, you've got to have a small canvas size. As you can see, I have 100 by 100 pixels. That is because what you want to do is you want to take the pencil tool right here, not under brushes, but next to the fill bucket. You want to take that, you want to make sure it's on the smallest size, and then it will just draw 1 pixel at a time. That is for your precision. If you can tell that it's not put together just pixel by pixel, then it's not really pixel art. Then it could just be like grainy, choppy looking art. You can't really call it pixel art unless it is made like this, or at least in a style that looks like this. You see that? The clear square definitions between different lines. So all you need is this pencil tool. You could size it up if you needed to. The second size is got 4x4 and it goes up, so on and so on. Eventually it becomes round rather than square. And then you have your colors. The colors that are automatically on Paint are pretty tacky, so I think we're going to make some of our own. Or is it better to create something just with these, I don't know, 22? 20? I can't count. 20 colors. Make something out of these 20 colors. You know, I think we're gonna do that just for maybe my sake. That way I won't stress over picking the exact right color, and it'll give us some limitations, so maybe this won't end up be me trying to perfect pixel art over 2 hours, but just something fun we can whip together in half an hour. Let's go! So we're gonna do a human, so we should have a skin tone. We don't really have much in the way of skin tones. We have the light yellow, it says, and the brown. But those are both kind of gross looking. So I think there's a lot of options in the blue and purple area, so I think we might go with blue for the skin. So maybe we're actually drawing some kind of like alien human. I am actually going to start with a larger brush just to block in the shape of the face. I think maybe we'll do kind of a 3/4 view like with the portrait, the Stardew Valley portrait I showed you. This is going to be the skin. Also, by the way, whoops, it's the wrong tool. No, you gotta use this thing, not this thing. You see, there's a thing in here called pencil, but that's not the right pencil tool.
Anyway, I have to use my trackpad because I have to use a USB connection for both my camera and my microphone. And since I can't for my other videos, like the art video I did last week, I couldn't have a camera for that because I had my Wacom tablet plugged in through USB, so I had my microphone and I had my tablet. And my mouse, my pretty squeaky, mouse is USB, and I have 2 USB spots. So today it's microphone and camera instead of microphone and mouse.
I just thought you should know. So we've got our base of the head here. I'm just gonna move it a little bit. This isn't great, but now we're gonna start blocking in the eyes and whatnot. I think we'll just do white for the eyes. I'm gonna change that. We're gonna add the little shape of the eyes. I wouldn't normally just draw like this, but I think because pixel art, you can just kind of easily draw over things again. You can kind of just slam everything in there and then edit it as you go instead of trying to do like a good sketch and then neatly applying everything on top of that. Now you gotta take your outline color, which is gonna be darker. I mean, generally it's gonna be darker. Put it around the face. It's gonna look weird, but you get to edit it later. Isn't that beautiful? You get to edit it. Nothing in art is set in stone. Everything is malleable. Okay, so we put in the nose here. I went for the bold on this is kind of like suggesting the other side of the nose. Like this, you can clearly see in the light with the nostril and the curve. This is just that side, the other side, but it's all in shadow. What color should we do for the eyes? Let's go with yellow. So what we're first just gonna do is we're gonna put in a blob to be the iris. You're gonna choose just some parts where it might look good if there are darker lines or darker spots to add some more character to it. Now we're gonna choose a color for the pupil. You might want to do black, but usually I think it actually looks better if you do a different color, kind of like just a darker form of the pupil. So we're gonna go with this one titled Orange. I feel like that's maybe even something a lot of people don't know, that if you hold the mouse over one of the colors in the palette, it will tell you what color it thinks it is, even if you make your own. Like if I do this color, hold it over, dark green. So we have this orange for the pupil, but we're also even gonna do even more. We're gonna add the red. Does it look hideous? Yes. We're gonna add some like deep set lines under the eyes. I think it will make the character look very fun and spooky. Maybe a kind of like furrowed brow. So now for the lips. I think maybe it would be fun if we did purple for the lips. So first of all, we're gonna start with the line of the mouth. I think he'll have an open mouth. Then we're gonna take the light purple, color, a little bottom lip, and a little top lip. He got luscious lips, doesn't he? So then I'm just gonna add the darker purple on top where I think it looks most appropriate. Now let's do his ear, and it looks like it's really coming along maybe to some of you, but there's a lot we're gonna try to change. We'll give him just a pretty alien-like ear. Don't feel Phil Bucket shame. Maybe he should be wearing like a spacesuit. Would that be fun? Let's do the orange. We'll give him kind of like a criminal looking space jumpsuit. Which you can barely see, but we'll know it in our hearts. I'm just gonna add a little more of the outline color in spots where maybe there should be a little more shadow. We'll give him an inside to the ear. This is really messy, but that's okay. Let's give him... Actually, no, we're not gonna give him really any eyebrow look because I think it looks more alien if you don't. Isn't that kind of funny? I was like, let's draw a human. And then I drew an alien. How about background? Let's just give it slap a black background on it for starters. That gives it a little more atmosphere. Maybe we'll add some stars in the background. How about that? One of these is kind of a star shape, right? Yeah, this. There we go. Add a little more contrast. Maybe we should actually make some of them like purple or something. Whoa! The dangers of the Phil Bucket. There we go. So let's get back into it. What looks really bad and should be fixed. Okay, the lips, I think we'll do the blue-gray in addition to the light pink, light purple and the purple. So there's a smoother transition between those colors because the difference between the light purple and the purple is pretty harsh. The difference here is too subtle that I'm gonna add that instead. I don't know if you can see this because the colors are so similar and I can't really zoom in more. But I'll show you an example over here. Instead of this shape, it looks nicer when it's that shape. It makes it look more rounded. So anywhere you can do that, you should definitely try to do it. Just adding some more little lines to make him look interesting. We'll give him like a squiggle down the middle of his forehead too. That was kind of nice. And I'm not a big fan of the mouth, but I don't really want to change the colors, like make it my own color. So maybe we'll do... Oh, the dark red makes it look better. Still, the purple lips are kind of weird to me, but I think we'll roll with it. Hey guys, guess what? I was dumb and I didn't remember to charge my camera battery. So now, I get the pleasure of using a real mouse. And you get the pleasure of not having to look at my face. An unfortunate development for the continuity of this video. And now you get to hear clicks, but that's okay, right? Like, you'll live. So let's add some more funky, fun things. We're gonna start adding highlights. I think it's better to just keep going darker and darker instead of adding too much more light stuff. I think we'll add a little bit near the eyes though. You know what, would it look nicer if his lips were fully blue-gray? Gray-blue. It took a little bit away of the charm. I think we'll go in with the purple just kind of on the underside here. He's got a lip liner. I'm using a big brush to just block in these areas, and then I'm going to come in and polish them up with a small brush. Then we're going to add a little more detail on the shirt. I think we'll just add some red for shading. We'll do like a little divot here, maybe a lot right there. We'll give him a shoulder, I think. We'll be kind enough to do that. So there he gets a shoulder, and then so we'll use the red again to show the definition of the collar. So much of the blue, I want to add some more shadows to his face. So I think we're gonna break the rules because I don't have anything in between the indigo and the turquoise. So I'm gonna have to create something. Just so there's more shifts in tone. Again, this is just me testing out pixel art. I haven't done any research. We all know research is the hot thing to do on the tubes these days. And by the tubes, I mean the YouTubes. If you're not making a documentary series on your YouTube channel, who are you? You're a nobody. I don't know, guys. I think this is the best I can do right now before I lose my mind staring into his yellow eyes. I also just feel kind of discouraged since I had to change from camera to no camera. That was some bad pre-planning on my part. So let's recap. I have not done much pixel art in my life. This is one of my few attempts. I'm mainly stuck with the colors that Paint provides. And I just added 2 more shades of blue for the skin. I used an 100 by 100 pixel size canvas, and this is what we came up with. This alien man wearing an orange shirt in space, looking kind of creeped out. Maybe he saw his reflection. I've been like that sometimes too, Mr. Alien, don't worry. So I think we can see that I definitely have some learning to do, although I don't think this is the worst effort I could have made by any means. Yeah, it was fun to do. I think it's fun to come up with an alien character like this. But yeah, I definitely want to learn more about pixel art, so maybe this will kind of become a series. I don't know, we'll see. It could either be a series about me specifically learning pixel art, or it could just be a series of me trying art styles that I haven't tried before. So if you want to say what idea you think would be more fun to watch, if I should really pursue pixel art for a while, or if I should check out different art forms every few weeks, please let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate anything you have to say about the subject, because I want to make content that is interesting for other artists out there, or just people who enjoy watching art-related content. So if you did enjoy watching me create this funny alien man in Microsoft Paint, please like the video. That would be really great. And if you want to follow me on more artistic journeys, it would be great if you could subscribe to my channel. I upload twice a week right now, so you can expect to see art content twice a week from me, guaranteed, if you hit that subscribe button. And art is great, so I'm just saying, maybe you should subscribe. I don't know what I'm saying. I didn't really get enough sleep last night, so I'm sorry for rambling there. I'm sorry if this video wasn't very interesting. I know it was... Whoa! There's a bee in here, I have to go. Bye.